My mother-in-law replaced my terminally ill sister at my wedding. Today I finally got revenge at her vow renewal. I just ruined my mother-in-law's vow renewal after waiting 3 years for the perfect opportunity. She spent today in tears, while my husband finally stood up for me, and I don't feel an ounce of guilt. 3 years ago I was planning my wedding while simultaneously watching my sister Emma battle stage 4 ovarian cancer. Emma was supposed to be my maid of honor, turned to my only bridesmaid. Really, we've been inseparable since our parents died when I was 16 and she was 22. She raised me, put me through college, and was the only family I had left. When Emma's condition worsened 6 weeks before the wedding, I suggested postponing my fiancé day. Mark agreed, but his mother Patricia insisted we continue as planned. You can't change a wedding because of someone who might not even be here by then, she said during a family dinner, as if Emma wasn't a real person, but an inconvenient scheduling conflict. Mark defended his mother. She didn't mean it like that. She's just worried about the deposits 2 weeks before our date. Emma entered hospice care. I spent every day at her bedside, barely involved in last-minute wedding details. Patricia took over, assuring me she'd handle everything so I could focus on saying goodbye. I was too exhausted to argue. The morning of our wedding, Emma slipped into a coma. The doctors said she had days, maybe hours. I told Mark I needed to be at the hospital, not walking down the aisle. We have 100 guests already arriving, he argued. My mom said we can visit Emma right after the reception. I reluctantly agreed to a quick ceremony, planning to skip the reception entirely. When I arrived at the church, nothing looked like what Emma and I had planned. Whack flowers, whack music. Even the color scheme had changed from Emma's favorite blue to Patricia's preferred burgundy, but the worst shock came during the ceremony. When the officiant asked for the rings, Patricia stepped forward, wearing the exact dress I had helped Emma choose for her maid of honor role, but even styled her hair like Emma's from the inspiration photos. She had completely replaced my dying sister. I almost left right then, but Mark squeezed my hand and whispered, "Please, actionins watching." We got through the ceremony, took minimal photos, and I went straight to the hospital. Emma died that night while the reception continued without me. I never even got to cut the cake or have a first dance when I confronted Patricia later. She said she was just trying to help because it was too sad to have an empty spot where Emma should have been. Mark asked me to forgive her because she meant well. For 3 years I've maintained a cold peace with Patricia while privately grieving both Emma and the wedding day that should have honored her. Mark repeatedly asked me to move on for the sake of family harmony. Then came the invitation, Patricia and her husband's 40th anniversary vow renewal. She spent months planning it, constantly reminding everyone it would be the event of the year. 3 days before the ceremony, I volunteered to pick up Patricia's dress from Final Alterations. The seamstress handed me the garment bag, and an idea formed. I took the dress home carefully, unpicked the side seams just enough, and restitched them with water-soluble thread pattern, the kind that dissolves with moisture or sweat. Today, Patricia walked down the aisle in her perfect dress, renewed her vows, and posed for countless photos. Then came the reception. During her emotional speech about family loyalty, she raised her champagne for a toast. That's when the side seams gave way. Not enough for indecent exposure, but enough that the entire right side sagged noticeably, revealing her shapewear underneath. As guests began to whisper and point, she noticed and tried to hold the fabric together. She rushed to the bathroom where I followed with a concerned offer to help. When we were alone, I looked her straight in the eyes. It feels awful when someone ruins the most important day of your life, doesn't it? Emma would have loved to see this. Recognition dawned in her eyes. "You did this on purpose," she hissed. "I just tried to help," I replied, using her exact words from 3 years ago. "It was too sad to see you looking so perfect when my sister never got her special moment." She told Mark everything. For once, he didn't defend her. Instead, he finally asked to see the wedding photos I'd kept hidden, part, the ones showing his mother wearing Emma's dress. Something finally clicked for him. Some people say revenge doesn't bring closure. They're wrong. Sometimes it's the only thing that finally lets you breathe again.